Hey, my name is Ben Harris. So, a bit about myself. Well, I'm 21 and was born and raised here in Adelaide to a middle class family. My parents are Australian, but my family is a multicultural blend of Greek, Scandinavian, and German heritage. So, what are my interests? Well, besides sunsets and long walks on the beach, I love all things history, and given the chance, I will not stop talking about it. I also love geography, camping, architecture, English, and just language in general, and also a bit of psychology. My background may not be the most unique. I was born into a middle class family with two loving parents who heavily encouraged me to be study focused. It is my values and experiences that help me not only form my identity, but will allow for a greater range in my funds of knowledge. I've had the privilege to work on short films with many local independent filmmakers, and watch these creations win awards in film festivals and get somewhat of recognition. These experiences working on a set has not only helped me with my own understanding of media arts, but it also allows me to have a broader sense of what is involved in organising a group of individuals to make one cohesive project. I've also had several instances being involved in a theatre company, performing usually in comedic stage plays, and have a background in teaching drama in schools, like Fairview Park and Ridgehaven Primary. This is where I first learnt to teach students how to unlock their own skill in art. I've always loved performance as a way to open up socially, and after recently graduating from a film and television degree, my passion of this has only been solidified. I like to believe I'm well versed in camera work, video editing, animation, web design, music, digital modelling, acting, and what is aligned with media arts the most, critiquing. Having a wide array of skills in the arts field helps broaden my overall scope of what media arts is, and what elements are in place to create entertainment and digital content. Culture is a key factor in understanding the mindsets of students. My childhood has gone from being quite well off to severely below the average salary. This allows me to understand students from all SES standpoints. This cultural capital of my own experiences allows students to remember that as a teacher, I'm a human too, which means that I can be approachable and relatable. What I have learnt is that not just students, but everyone comes with their own funds of knowledge, and it is crucial to acknowledge the skills of others whilst complementing this with your own interests. There may never be a way to connect with everyone in a classroom, but having an understanding of the individual over the collective is a way to ensure that everyone gets the education that they deserve. With digital media being shared more on the internet and platforms such as YouTube and Twitch, this has opened up more discussions on technology as a whole, not to mention stereotyping, cyberbullying, bias, and source. Media arts can be defined as multimodal nature of many contemporary arts projects, as the topic covers various forms of expression. Despite the curriculum still consisting of formative and summative assessments, the variety of media arts far exceeds many others. The curriculum revolves around building students' prior skills in all of these ways, this way, and all of these ways. The curriculum makes an attempt to include every aspect of media arts and not discriminate what is deemed important. If we look at what students are required to do in the first stages of media arts, to what is done in the later years, where even more is added, we see a large scope of subtopics that are loosely aligned with one another. All of these many subtopics can be grouped as moving image, imaging design, sound design, interactive design, multimedia/intermedia, and virtual design. The curriculum also includes terms such as codes and conventions, which refers to signifying signs of media and the presentation of media. Clearly, media arts is more than just watching movies, but rather a deeper understanding of media as a whole. The curriculum seems to be aiming students towards advancing in the technological field, a very prevalent skill to have in this day and age, as well as raising critical thinkers who question and analyse. Media arts is all about the symbols and signs we see in the everyday world and how we should interpret them. What we can see from Dinham's reading is that communication is key, and keeping an open communication between a teacher and the students, as well as the students and students, is more beneficial for allowing students to dive deeper into topics. The more they are engaged, the more they learn, and the more that they want to learn. Media arts may incorporate all forms of art, but is uniquely its own thing. To teach media arts effectively, a teacher requires digital media skills in order to capably understand the curriculum. Media arts is distinctive for engaging with technology and cross-disciplinary art forms, including parts of music, science, English, IT, and a whole lot of other subjects. Media arts is often seen as the analytical art, which it undeniably is, but it is just as creative. Creative outcomes appear in the forms of innovation, interpretation, solutions, insight, and perspective, and these are the outcomes that we want for media art students. The pedagogical approaches to teaching this creativity comes from an inclusivity of the creative process, something that allows for new ways that students and teachers can participate in a learning process. In any art class, artistry should be encouraged, and this should be done by allowing students to create and encouraging outside-the-box thinking. This could be used through critical discussion or class activities, or just something that engages higher order thinking in a way that includes individuality. It is also key to add that there is a difference between thinking about media and thinking with media. The former is the analytical stance, but the latter is putting it into use. As a teacher, I reflect upon my own experiences in school and think of the times I was the most and least attentive. Collaborative work and engaging activities were a surefire way to keep me hooked on what was taught, as I could use real-world applications and physicality to the words that were being taught to me. This is why I believe a pedagogical approach to media arts should be highly collaborative. Collaborative nature of media arts allows for group work and fuels creative thinking, two aspects rooted deeply in media arts. Group work ties with the industry that the class is studying, and creative thinking relates to how ideas are formulated and how to change and create your own. So what can I do as a teacher? As a teacher, I would engage with these pedagogical approaches of engagement, collaboration, and freedom of expression. I want to allow students to find their own love for art, and maybe if it's not too far-fetched to say, allow students to find a further understanding about who they are as individuals.